because I was one of those teachers. I started out, and it was everybody's in a row. You know, we're going to read this book because I like the book. You know, and it was really a control thing for me. And one of the things that I've had to do is I've had to let go. I've had to let go of that control. I've had to kind of put the ball in their court. And you see when you guys have been with me multiple times, you see that it's kind of like, well, is this guy doing anything at all? Because he's just standing there, you know, and that's kind of what it looks like. But really, it's set up to where that's exactly how it's supposed to be. You're just sort of a guide. You're just kind of there, and it really has. I have seen it make such a tremendous impact. And I'll give you a concrete example. I have a young lady. And if you have students like this, please let me know in what you're doing. I had a young lady that last year that read 136 novels in 1 year. Now, something is going right when you have that kind of participation going on. Do I reach everybody all the time with this? No, but I guarantee you I'm reaching a lot more than I was when I first started, underneath all the others. So take the framework that is what it is, and that's basically what we did, and we grew it up. You know, we made it fit. I know a lot of people say, well, LC is meant for elementary. That's right, it is, but the framework can be taken and molded to fit whatever you need it to do. And I think that's just real quickly, real briefly, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. Because I know how it is. How can you tell somebody who's been doing it 15, 20, 25 years? And I can tell you, the only time you don't see good things happen is, and we have this here too, people shut the door and they do their own thing. They put their guard up. You know, I've already seen this. It's just the same old thing with a different name. Same old thing with a different name. And that's really, to me, I've had a lot of stuff that's crossed my desk, a lot of things that come away. I've been through a lot of training, and this is the first thing that I have really seen that has had a tremendous, it's changed the way I do business. I could never go back to the way that I was doing it before. So why is not everybody doing it? Because it's hard work. It is hard work. I'm not going to lie to you. That first couple of years that I was under the framework, I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to drown because that was a whole new way of thinking. It was a whole new way of going about doing business. So I'm just being real honest with you guys. But the results at the end of the day is you get students where the biggest complaint I heard was our students can't read. Our social studies science students, these kids can't read, they can't, and they kind of use that, well, we can't do science because they can't read. Well, we kind of took that out of the equation. You know, and it was from the top down. And I know that Mr. Hayes has been in my class 5 times this year. He's been in my class more than he's been in your class. Okay? So, for me, I say that because it looks like you guys are going to have the support from the top down because the books drive it. If you don't have good books, this thing will flop. We have access. When we need books, we get them. And it's stuff that we, as a teacher, we love reading it. You know, it's not, oh, read this because I read it when I was a kid. Oh, you're going to like it. I mean, they have choice. And the beauty behind that is when it doesn't go their way or when you see kids goofing off, you put it back on them. It's very simple. You chose the book. Why are you not reading? You chose it. And then that's a whole other conversation. You build a better person. I think that's, at the end of the day, we talked about this, Rhonda, at the end of the day, we're building better people all the way around. Social skills. It's not just academics. And it's not just
truly see middle school, students coming from the elementary school that are better readers now.
Better readers.
Right, because as a former middle school teacher, that was always my thing. They can't read, and my job was to teach content, and so that's what I'm excited about.
And you know, we're on a level where standards don't really, can you take that off the film? Don't really matter because we're so far ahead of the standards. And I was sharing this, I've had kids in my class, because we're teaching at such a high level, never opened a coach book, not one day, not 1 second. Had kids make perfect scores on the CRCT. Kids in the 7th grade take the 8th grade writing exam. Every single kid I teach passed it, and I had 6 of them exceed as 7th graders. So
scored as 8th graders.
Scored as 8th graders.
They were scored as if they were 8th graders.
So, you know, I'm one of these people where you got to show me. I'll do whatever you tell me, but you know, I want to see it work. You know, I don't want to put all this work in it and not get the results. And right now, until somebody shows me something better, this is what I'm going to roll with. Until somebody can show me something different. And I think part of it is just, you got to be willing to put the work in, and you got to be willing to let go, and kind of put the ball back in the court. So if you hear those things, I mean, it's, like I said, that's what we have going on here. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I know I've been on these little trips, and I know how things can be. I'm right there with you. I gained nothing from this. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to be a reading teacher, and I'm going to go in there and do my job. So there's nothing in it for me. I don't get any kickbacks from Fontas and Penelope. I wish I did, but
I'll send them your video.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Trying to sell this.
But I wanted to share that.